All right, what's going on, Flicks Talkers? Welcome back to another episode, this time for Terminator Dark Fate, the brand new film. Yep. Once again, we got James Cameron, and in the director's seat, we have Mr. Tim Miller, director of Deadpool, and more notably. And I wanted to kind of do a rough, just kind of overview of the original Terminator. I believe it was in 1984?
84, yeah.
84.
Yeah, 1984.
Yeah, and Terminator 2, Judgment Day, which is like one of my top 10.
One of my all-time favorite movies ever.
Great.
So good.
Cinematography on par with just some of the greats that you guys probably like, Godfather and all that. Like, you kind of throw it into that whole realm.
Yeah.
If you're like sci-fi and action guys.
Yeah, and especially for a sequel, because a lot of sequels aren't as good as original.
I know, right?
You know, Terminator 2, my personal favorite. You know, I love Terminator 1. But then Terminator 2, I thought just, stepped up in all levels.
For
that
sure.
was like one of the first movies I saw in the theater. Like, I remember just vividly watching that and being like, whoa, just being blown away.
Oh, you saw that in the theaters?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You were lucky then, man. You were lucky.
Yeah.
So, I pretty much had to see it, I think, when it was like on VHS or DVD just years later. I believe it did come out in 1991. 1991. But the CGI, I remember being so ahead of its time. Just blew me. I was so freaking out as a kid.
It's so good. Yeah, it was amazing. And it still holds up today.
Still holds up. So the Terminator, in a sense, is, the end of the human race, which is going to be happening on 1997, which obviously already passed.
29th.
Oh, man, perfect day, yeah. So, we get a couple of people sent back from the future. It's a little complicated, but not really. Yeah. So a couple people get sent back in the future. In the first one, we get Mr. Kyle Reese, who is a human.
What day is it? The date?
12th May. Thursday.
What year?
A soldier.
One of my personal favorite.
He was awesome.
Michael Biehn. Shout out to Michael Biehn.
Yeah. He gets sent back. He was part of John Connor's army, the Resistance.
Yeah.
Who is unknowingly Linda Hamilton's son in the movie. She doesn't even know she's going to have a son who's going to lead the Resistance against these cyborgs. So our second person that gets sent back is an actual T-800 model, which is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's unsuccessful. Linda Hamilton's character ends up killing him. They do save like some remnants of him, like the arm,
the chip,
the chip in the head is saved. We jump to T2, Judgment Day, 1991, and then we kind of get almost kind of like the same events unfolding where they want to send back these, people to try to pretty much kill her son this time. John Connor. This time he's, I believe, aged 11, 12, something like that.
I'd say between
young
10 and 12.
Yeah, young teen. Yeah. So this time we get the T-800 being sent back, but he's not out to kill John Connor. He's out to protect him. And this time, the evil cyborg that we get is the T-1000, played by Robert Patrick. Phenomenal job from Robert Patrick. I think that might have been the first time I saw him personally.
Yeah.
So we get Miss Sarah Connor. She is now in a mental institution because her story is just too crazy to believe. And we get the T-800 and John Connor, tag teaming it to break her out, and them just trying to take down Skynet. So pretty much stop the AI from taking over, because what it is, it becomes AI, right? It becomes these cyborgs that just have the artificial intelligence that work against us, not with us, but against us eventually, which leads to the fall of man. I think they said something about they're protecting like 3 billion lives. The rest of the human life is going to be slaves, essentially, to work for the robots. So, and in that one, we get Arnold Schwarzenegger taking out the T-1000 with like a bomb, right? Like he shoots like a bomb into him.
Like that. That gun had the shock, like a bomb, a bazooka. I don't know.
They do destroy him.
Yes.
This is where it gets a little weird, where it leads into T3. Well, not T3, but Terminator Dark Fate. Arnold says there is one chip left, and it's up here.
Yeah.
He ends up essentially, killing himself, suicide.
Yes.
Destroys his body and the chip inside. Now we flash forward to Terminator 3, 2019. I think it takes place around in 2019 or 2020 is what I was reading. But we get to see Arnold again.
Yes.
And they're being really, really vague on how that is even possible.
Yeah.
What are your theories on why we get to see Arnold again? Do you know? I've been thinking about that for a long time.
I have no idea.
Yeah. So So we reprise the role once again of Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor.
Yes.
She's looking pretty kick-ass. I mean, she's, looking her age, but she looks like she's in shape as far as like
totally.
someone that's like a soldier.
Yeah.
Almost like reminiscent of, to me, Jamie Lee Curtis in the Halloween sequel last year.
Yeah.
Where she kind of kept in like a soldier mode. She was getting ready for Michael Myers.
Yeah, no, Linda Hamilton looks like she's going to, just kick ass.
Ready
she's
for
just
war.
Totally go back to T2, Sarah Connor, no shit, and she's just going to go in there and just kick ass and take names.
Yeah, so we get to see a lot of her character just kind of fighting in the trailer, and it looks like this time the Terminator that does get sent back is called the Rev 9, and that's the one, the guy that is splits into two Terminators.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know specifics on his. I was looking up some of the special abilities on him on Fandom. It looks intense.
It looks like liquid metal part,
part T-1000, part something else. Yeah. So we get him. We also get Mackenzie Davis's character. I believe her name is Grace in the film, and we don't know what she is. I believe she's a humanoid, but also a cyborg as well.
Yeah.
She gets sent back from the future, and it's just them protecting. I believe her name is Rosalind something.
Yeah.
Rosalind something. I'll put it right here. But they get sent back to kind of protect her. It essentially is what the Terminator story is. They're sent back to protect certain people, and that's just kind of where we go from here. I believe a lot of it's filmed in Mexico. Is I think the beginning.
Oh, yeah, I heard.
A lot of it's filmed in Mexico, and then I don't know where it's bordering, if it's bordering California or Arizona, but I know it's on the bordering state of the U.S. So we're gonna get a lot of terrain and a lot of fight scenes. It looks like there's a fight scene in the plane that looked pretty intense, like in a warehouse. Like it looks pretty cool.
It looks gonna be fun.
Like I said, we have Tim Miller coming back to direct this film, and we have James Cameron who's writing and producing this film. So I'm super stoked. What are your thoughts on this one? I have not looked at any of the scores or anything on this.
I try not to look at the reviews. I'm trying not to look at anything like that. I'm trying to go in there with an open mind and I don't want to compare it to Terminator 2. That's a non-comparison thing. But as far as, going in here, starting new, like we said, we got a new director. Cameron's back for producing, and so I'm pretty stoked, and I got a really open mind about it, and it's gonna be pretty good.
I have some high hopes for it as well. And I guess we won't get into it now, but maybe after the film we can talk about maybe the tie-ins of why they disregarded 3, 4. Salvation, what was it, Genesis, things like that. We can talk about that a little later. Before we go into the film, guys, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up if you guys do like movie reviews like this. And you can also check us out on Spotify. So a lot of you guys have Spotify.
Yes,
you guys can hear these podcasts just on your phone, tablet, wherever you want to hear us. You guys will be able to hear us now on Spotify. All right, guys. So we will come back right after the movie and let you know what we thought. All right, guys.
Alrighty.
We'll be back.
Sarah Connor, the day has come.
He's the most lethal Terminator ever created. You don't fight it. You run from it.
Clearly you don't know me. That thing will keep coming.
Based on the weapons we have, I estimate our chances at 12%. Make it 9%.
Terminator Dark Fate, rated R.
2 hours later.
All right, guys, 2 hours has passed, and we just got out of Dark Fate, and we both agreed that this one was pretty good, but it's not going to be T2.
No, or T1, in that instance, but it was good. It was a good Terminator film.
It was definitely a good flick overall. There was a lot of components to this movie. There was a lot of things I liked, a lot of things that I disliked. We're going to get into like a spoiler-free review in the first part, guys. And we'll put a timestamp down below if you guys want to hear spoilers at the end. Some things that just really I didn't understand too much. Because I think they were changing the lore up a little bit. So we'll just kind of get into, I guess, the main synopsis of this movie, guys, is like, it's just kind of like a rehash almost. They're really just trying to save this character of Danielle, and we totally butchered the name. We said it was like Rosa, something like that. So it was Danielle or Danny for short in the movie. I thought she looked like a fresh new face. I didn't. What'd you think about her?
I mean, she's all right. She was
okay for.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen her in anything else.
I have not. She did okay for the most part. And then jumping over to Mackenzie Davis, I thought Mackenzie Davis as Grace did excellent.
Oh yeah, she did. She did her part,
awesome.
Perfect. She did really good. Really believable.
Very believable.
She was also in a show on AMC that lasted a few seasons. *Halt and Catch Fire*.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
She's good.
Yeah, I've checked that one out.
Yeah.
But yeah, she played someone that won't get into it right now, but she does deal with the future realm as far as, you know, some cyborg elements. I'll just say that. And then, of course, we have Linda Hamilton reprising her role as Sarah Connor.
Yeah, Sarah Connor.
And what do we think about Sarah Connor?
Oh, Sarah Connor, she's iconic. You know, she's an iconic character. She's like, you don't like Terminator without, you know, Sarah Connor.
You can't have it without
like
the other. Yeah.
Batman, Joker. You know, it's like that duo. You know,
not Batman and Robin.
Well, I was going with that.
Kidding.
No, totally.
Yeah, no, I totally get what you mean. I mean, you can't have one without the other.
Yes.
And then that kind of, and I agree, she was phenomenal in this.
Yeah.
And she felt like Sarah Connor.
She felt like Sarah
just
Connor.
the way she was talking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She definitely had that anger and hatred mustered up in her.
And she's just pissed. And
Yeah.
this is Sarah Connor, you know, zero shit's given, you know, and she just went out there and she was pissed. She wasn't playing around.
Yeah, she was not messing around, and it let it be known towards the beginning of the film that her main purpose was to destroy Terminators, and they got a little bit more in depth on what she's been doing in the last like 30 years, I don't know, or something like that, 30 years, and that was cool. That her backstory a little bit I thought was really, really cool to the plot, and then that leads to our main Terminator. Well, not main Terminator, but you know, our flashback to Arnold being the T-800. So we did get our explanation, guys, of how he was in there, why he was in there, and how this came to be. What were your thoughts on the reasoning for him being there?
Yeah, you know, it was
with no spoilers.
No spoilers. It's okay. It tied it in well, and it was plausible to the storyline for sure. So you know, it's something that they went off of, and it made sense for what it was. And
they really did, like you said, they try to tie it into the whole lore of everything.
Yes.
I unfortunately wasn't buying it. I didn't think that, well, in my own perfect Terminator world, I didn't see this happening at all whatsoever. But then I started thinking a little bit more, and I'll get into it in my spoilers on why I think it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
But the whole time with Arnold, I think was just another way to shimmy Arnold in there.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, come on, we love Arnold. You know, you know, I mean, he's still kicking ass at what, 72? Age 72, 73?
Yeah, 73, something like that. 73.
Yeah, he did look great. I mean, physically,
he physically looked really good.
Yeah, he's a bit slow, but I mean, he's still really built.
Yeah.
You know, his face looked great compared to Linda Hamilton's.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah. I mean, still badass like usual. So we saw that, and then we get our introduction to the brand new Terminator, which was the Rev 9. And what do we think about the Rev 9?
He's a bad dude, man. He was a bad dude. I would not mess with that guy.
I actually really like this guy.
No, like we were talking, he feels like a Terminator. You know, he's not stopping until he gets his mission done, and
he did.
He was just balls to the wall and just going at it, and that's what a Terminator is. You know, they don't stop.
Exactly. They don't ask questions really.
They don't get tired. They don't get hungry. You know, like I said in the first, they don't sleep, and they won't stop till their target is dead.
Yeah.
Their mission is over.
And he actually really did remind me a lot of Robert Patrick in a sense of like even though he was going after his main target, his main objective, he would try to blend in almost to be very, very human-like. I mean, he had the human outer shell, but like he would talk to the cops and like crack jokes and stuff like that. And my whole body's a weapon. Stuff like that. And that's what Robert Patrick did. I mean, he went into the police station and asked questions, or hey, that's a nice bike. Remember that? You know, remember that. Stuff like that. Like, why would a Terminator say that? But but it's really cool. He did it to like blend in.
Yeah, it's like their instinct. It's like their surroundings. It's like a defense. They really adapt. It's like a defense thing that they're adapting and trying to be like, hey, you know, like you said, nice bike. You know, he's like, I'm about to steal it, but you know, it's nice.
Exactly. So there was a couple of elements that I think Tim Miller definitely took from like. I was definitely seeing elements of like T2 in there. Yeah. And then even like like parts, some parts reminded me of T3. Did you see the one with the female Terminator? Yeah. Right? So some elements of the fighting, I guess, style of this like the rapid motion, like crazy fight scenes really did remind me of T3 a bit. Yeah. And then of course, like we got Terminator Salvation vibes when it showed the future of the future, you know, everything. So there was elements of a lot of the different later Terminators in this movie.
Yeah.
But it just felt so different. It just felt like
it felt like a different, it's Terminator, but it didn't feel like, the Terminators.
The Terminator, yeah.
Which I'm referring as like the first two.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, it's like trying to catch lightning in a bottle, 3 times is pretty tough.
Yeah, yeah. I can almost compare like the first two Terminators to the Mad Max series.
Yes.
To like where Mad Max, the first one is not that crazy action packed. You get you get kind of like a backstory of Max and
more story driven. Yeah.
More story, kind of like how Terminator was. I guess it was a little more slow paced and like gritty and stuff like that. And then 2, like how we had talked about before, just cranked it up, and that's what Mad Max Road Warrior for the second one, and that's the one where we kind of amped it up a notch when we got to see that most that post-apocalyptic type of world, and stuff like that. And that's kind of what T2 felt like.
It starts like right off the back, and like the first 5-10 minutes, it's just like, all right, this is pretty.
And we get more explanation, like exposition of like why this is happening, what's going on, like as they're on the run, because Danny in the movie, she wants to know why is this happening, It's like, we don't have any time, like just go, like this thing's not gonna stop, so I can explain to you what the hell's going on.
It's like, if you like at one point, she says, if you don't come with me, you're gonna be dead in 30 seconds.
Yeah. So we find out that Danielle is like an integral part of the future and the main part of the plot, so they're all trying to protect her. Sarah Connor essentially is there to kind of tag along and just help as she can, as well as Arnold's character, the T-800. And then there's kind of a twist, but we'll save it for the spoilers, because Arnold isn't really Arnold. I'll just say that.
No.
Yeah, it's a little different. It's a little different, but we'll save that for the spoilers at the end, guys.
Yes.
But overall, I was happy with the action.
It was good action, good action scenes for sure.
And there was a lot.
It was pretty fast paced.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think that I wasn't amped up 100% because I saw everything in the trailer. That's what it felt like to me.
You did see a lot of it in the trailer, unfortunately.
I kind of knew what was coming.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt like they should have left Arnold out of the trailer.
Yeah, I think that would have
been a cool reveal.
Yeah. Nothing's a surprise anymore. Everything gets like either spoiled via social media, trailers, whatnot. Nothing could just be like a secret. Nothing could be like, whoa, didn't see that coming. It's like.
Yeah, so I mean, overall, I did enjoy it. Like I said, guys, did we rank this already? We didn't rank it.
We did not rank this.
Okay,
no.
So I guess starting off, let's just do our top 3, because I don't want to really even acknowledge the later ones. It's not really, I guess, part of this James Cameron series, or James Cameron world, is what you want to call it. So I myself am gonna put T2 as number 1, the Terminator as a very close second, and probably this one as a third, if not maybe Salvation as a third.
Yeah, that's
those two are very, Dark Fate and Salvation are very, very cool to me.
Yeah. No, I have the exact same order. Terminator 2, number 1. Terminator, strong number 2, and this one was good. But like you said, Salvation, it was different. But I like Salvation.
It was very different. It was very different. It got more it was more like in depth with the characters. I really liked who's the guy that played he was in Avatar, totally
Sam Worthington.
Okay, yeah. I really like I really just love the acting in that movie. So that was just kind of set it apart a little bit. It wasn't the 100% the most action like this one was. But if you guys are diehard action fans, I think you guys are gonna love this one. See it in Adobe Digital Theater like we did. It was extremely loud. I don't know if it was meant for that.
No, it was points where it was
ear piercing.
It was ear piercing. I was just like, it was like my ears were like hurting. But it's not a bad thing.
No, I mean, because I'm half deaf as it is, so.
No, me too. I'm always saying, what? Excuse me?
So, I mean, the Rev 9 does have a lot of elements of the T-1000 in a sense of where his main go-to is like stabbing, his hands like stabbing weapons.
Like blades.
Like blades. So throughout the whole movie, you hear ching, 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 like all over the place.
Scratching on like walls.
It was so loud.
It was really
so loud. He's cutting through fences, cutting through people, and it's just like, dude, it was he was cool. He was a very huge part of the coolness.
Really good villain, and like you said, it reminded me of Robert Patrick, the T-1000, and in T2.
Give up those vibes for sure.
Definitely.
I think in that sense, Tim Miller did a good job of
Yeah.
probably like watching the first two and was like, okay, I'm going to try to emulate this as much as I can and give it those vibes.
Yeah.
In a more modernized world, I guess
Yes.
is what it was. And I could appreciate that warehouse scene because we both work in warehouses.
Yes.
So
yes.
the beginning, that was cool. That was cool. Yeah. So I think on a grading scale, I'm just going to go to my ratings for this one. I don't want to make it too long because we'll talk spoilers in a second. I'm probably going to give us a 3.5 out of 5.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man. You're like, we're going at it because I was going to say 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah. If Terminator 2 is like a solid 5 out of 5.
Oh, yeah.
And T1 is probably like a 4.5. It's
Yeah.
for sure up there.
Oh,
I would say it's a 3.5.
Yeah.
Out of 5, guys. Not bad, but not the best.
Not the best, no.
So if you guys made it this far, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Make sure you guys are leaving comments if you guys are going to check out Terminator Dark Fate this weekend, or if you guys are going to wait and catch it on streaming. But you know what? In the next couple seconds, we're going to start talking about spoilers. So you have been warned. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's talk some spoilers.
Spoiler time.
For Terminator
now I can let it
Dark
out.
Fate. Now I can really, really let it out and let his inner Terminator shine.
I wanted to say something about the beginning, and I was just like, I was trying not to spoil anything, and
definitely.
Yeah, I was a little pissed off. I was a little annoyed.
Yeah, let's jump to that intro scene. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, spoilers. You killed John Connor. And I was just like,
John Connor dies at the beginning.
He's such an iconic character too, and it was just like seeing him die and just get taken out like that. I was just like, oh, come on, seriously.
It was a cheap shot.
It was
very.
It was. You know,
it was a sucker punch for the fans. I think.
Yeah.
I understand that Edward Furlong does not look like Edward Furlong anymore.
And that's why he's plays, what, 12, 13-year-old Edward Furlong.
Right.
In that scene.
I really wish they would have written the story a little different to where he could have somehow hid out in a cabin like Arnold or something.
Yeah. No, totally.
But unfortunately it didn't play it like that. They made him like a motion cap.
Yeah.
They made like some CGI on his face. There was beautiful motion capture, I thought, on
totally.
Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, Linda Hamilton.
As young Linda Hamilton.
Oh, she looked
it
great.
was flawless.
Yeah.
Like it was like Gemini Man level, like when Gemini Man was in the dark, you couldn't really notice it, too much.
Yeah,
that was really, really good on that motion capture or CGI, whatever they're using to de-age him. But I did hate that beginning.
I really,
part.
it just really like just kick in the face, kind of like it just really pissed me off.
Yeah, it really was. And then also, I guess the whole main chunk of one of my dislikes, like I said, was Arnold Schwarzenegger's tie-in. Basically him in the early stages of AI, I guess is what it was.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about how he adapted.
Yes.
To kind of love and feel,
to have a conscience,
and we know they don't feel.
They don't. So
he
that's what I was gonna say. I was like,
weird.
I was thinking the same thing, and I was like, I love seeing Arnold. He makes the term. You don't think of the Terminator and not have Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
But in that instance too, it's just like there was too much comedy in his scene, and I mean it's just like
that was a Tim Miller
cool, but
Deadpool
it was just
coming
like
out,
in Deadpool it's obviously it's for Deadpool, and a little comedy here and there is all right, but it was just like I don't know, it wasn't Terminator, it wasn't so little
I think they try to make it reminiscent of T2, but they have to realize also that this is not the same Arnold. That Arnold from T2 died in T2.
Yes.
So they explain in the beginning of Dark Fate that another Terminator was sent as they're out hiding. It must have been the same timeline because he looked young still.
When he came back. Well, it's like what they had they build so many Terminators. They had
they all have the same
thousands of
of Arnold looking Terminator. Terminators. So I understand they got the drop on him basically. They killed him, but then this one felt bad. It felt bad for what he did.
It felt bad afterwards, and then he lived with a family, and
that was a little weird. Like
it was. He works at a drape company.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Now that I'm thinking about it, that was really bad.
Yeah.
Not that they gave him a just a regular job like that, but the fact that he explained that he had witnessed a husband beating his wife.
Yeah.
And he intervened.
Yes.
Why would a Terminator do this?
Yeah.
A Terminator is sent there to kill. But then now that I'm thinking about it, what do Terminators do after they kill? Are they zapped Back to the Future?
Yeah, I don't know. They don't really explain. But
they don't really explain
but
that.
like we're saying, like,
or do they survive here on Earth? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a little weird, huh?
It's weird. But I remember, like, in Terminator 1, when Michael Biehn, Kyle Reese is saying, it has no feelings, it has no remorse. It's not going to stop until you are dead.
Listen and understand that Terminator is out there. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear. And it absolutely will not stop. Ever. Until you are dead.
That's what it was.
And it was just like this did a 180 on the Terminator.
It changed the rules a bit, and I wasn't digging that part at all.
Yeah, no, totally. You get Terminator talking about different colored drapes and everything.
Yeah, and he pretty much started this family. He raises this child as his own and stuff like that, and that's sweet and all. But this is a Terminator.
Exactly.
This is I don't understand how you can change the story so much, and I didn't like that, and I think that's what dropped my score down a lot.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna do that, don't even put him in the movie.
Yeah.
If that's gonna be the case, I think it was, like I said, just a cash grab to get him in there.
Yeah.
Also, unfortunately, jumping to Mackenzie Davis Grace's death, I looked it up beforehand, and it showed that she was deceased, and I said, God damn it! Like, they gave me a spoiler. It was a spoiler.
When did you look that up?
Well, there's an app called Fandom, and I was like looking up all because it tells you like all their specialties, like their special abilities and stuff.
Yeah.
And right at the top it says status, and it says if they're alive or deceased, and it said deceased under her name. I'm like, no, I wasn't looking for that.
That sucks.
But so I knew she was gonna die in the movie.
Yeah.
Awesome character. I kind of liked the idea that you had to kill her, kind of pull it out. It reminded me almost of Fifth Element when they pulled the stone out of that woman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember even what the stone was for in the Fifth Element, but it was for something important.
They had to put it on that pedestal and open the
something.
It's been so long since I've seen
that's such a weird, wild movie.
Yeah, no, totally.
But it reminded me of that. But she ends up using it, to kill the Rev 9.
Yeah.
I thought that fight scene at the end, they're going balls to the wall. Like, it takes so much to destroy this thing.
Yeah.
And that's just two technically.
Yeah.
That was cool. They teamed up.
That
The
was cool.
T900, T800, whatever Mackenzie Davis was, an enhanced human.
Yeah.
Is what they kept telling her. Advanced human, I guess, is what it was.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's more of a nostalgia factor of the coolness of seeing all your, everybody that we knew from the 80s and 90s like come back.
Oh no, totally, and that's what it is. It's the whole nostalgic factor.
Yeah. It almost cheapens it a bit that Arnold came back, because he came back for all the other ones pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, Arnold, you didn't need to do that. Like, you're gonna just ruin it for all the fans.
Yeah.
Even though, I enjoy the other movies. They were just okay.
Yeah.
But the first couple are legendary.
Oh yeah, first two are
So that's why you set the bar so high, and it's you can only go down.
So
I guess.
Yeah. It's like, if Cameron's not directing it, I think, and I know
he's only producing this one, guys. By the way, I mean his heart's like an Avatar the last fucking 2 decades. Something, or I don't know, or 15 years, 15 years. So I can totally understand that. I was a little confused by the ending when they threw the Rev 9 into that spinning cylinder.
Oh yeah, that cylinder.
Why did the endoskeleton why did that only survive? Why did only that one? Why did not the second piece of him?
Oh yeah, I don't.
The liquid, because that's technically liquid. Wouldn't that still be around somewhere? I guess.
Because you see it get burnt and come back, and you see it explode, and then this just got sucked into like a grinder basically, and then it was it, and then it was just a physical form. It was just a robot.
Which the robot was thrashed.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing you can't really have one without the other. I don't know. It seemed like one must have got thrashed up so bad, but like I said, the human form of him was liquid, kind of like T1000. And we saw that thing kind of like came together quicker than the T1000. That was a little kind of not really a plot hole, but a questionable scene to me.
No, totally.
A little bit. You even said they had an Easter egg of the song they played.
Oh yeah, the Dwight Yoakam. I can't think of the song, but it was in Terminator 2 when he first goes into the bar and Cadillacs and hillbilly music. I don't know the words. That's about all you're gonna get. And I'm not a singer, but But when he sees sees Mickey Mickey Jones, and he says, "I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle." He goes, "You forgot to say please." He puts the cigar
Put
on.
the cigar on.
That same song, you know.
Yeah. They do play it again in this movie when the Rev 9 crashes through somebody's barn.
Yeah. So I thought that was a cool, funny,
that was a homage for sure.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I thought the ending was cool, but it kind of left it open for, okay, now there's going to be more Terminator sent back.
Yeah,
the ending, this could keep happening like an infinite loop almost. Because we didn't even talk about the main thing is that Danielle is now the new John Connor.
Yeah,
she's the leader of the Resistance. At first, they were explaining that she's gonna give birth to the Resistance.
Yeah,
and when they said that, I put it in my head. I'm like, okay, how fucking little is John Connor going to be? He's going to be a baby of the Resistance?
Right?
It doesn't make sense because it's supposed to be like in the original T2, I think, or even T1, they explain like it's like in the year 2032 or something. It's something like that. And John Connor's a full adult.
Yeah,
and it's so it's like she would have to be the leader of the Resistance. I kind of put it already together in my head, and they ended up saying that she was going to be the leader of the Resistance.
Yeah,
which was cool, and they showed a little backstory, so it shows her being someone that's weak in the beginning, of course, to becoming a badass leader.
Kind of like that throwback of Sarah Connor in Terminator 1, and then she becomes more badass during the end of the movie, and then in T2 she's like Rambo,
she's ready.
She comes on and she's just.
And then this one, she's even more.
Oh yeah, she's pretty intense.
Yeah, she knows like the next step, and I like how she explained to Grace. This is in this world. There's cameras all over the place, and there's like this, and you have to. That's why you need me. That's what she was saying. Like, that's why you need me because
because you guys are getting watched and you don't even know it. And,
because in the future everything's fucking different, and it was cool that I guess apparently not Skynet, they call it Legion.
Now. the new.
AI, I guess, is what it is cyborgs taking over. Is they have like drone strike, kind of like drone strikes, I guess.
Yeah.
So they're using these advanced it just looked like balls flying in the sky. They find the target and they drop down explosives.
They explode, yeah.
It was like fuck.
That's pretty crazy.
That was intense. And then some of the cyborgs they were showing looked like they had tentacles, but it was like metal.
Yeah, like
spikes, metal spikes, just
spikes, just
harpooning everybody.
And,
everybody was getting stabbed left and right. I was like, it almost gave me like a Starship Troopers vibe a little bit.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, with the guns too. Yeah.
And them getting off the ship in the same ship, and the hatch doors open, and then you get the commander. Everybody, get out of here. We're gonna stay together. Yeah, that was and then the tentacles fly. Yeah, it was a great movie.
Yeah.
We can't speak about the sequels because they were.
Oh God.
They were unwatchable. What sequels?
I saw a couple. I was like, oh. I gotta turn this off. But they had really, really cool elements. But like I said, the dislikes outweighed it for me a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
A little bit. I'm not gonna say wait for this one, guys, but I would say if you're a diehard Terminator fan, go watch it. If you're just watching it and you don't have any clue about the Terminator movies, you probably pass up on it. You're not gonna understand. I don't think what's going on.
At least watch the first two. If you're
sure
just interested. But yeah, this isn't one I'd be like, hey, we gotta go. Us being diehard Terminator fans, we're like, yeah, we're gonna go, and I'm glad we did.
Yeah,
and it was good, but it wasn't great. I wasn't like, oh man, this is amazing.
I think the whole showing way too much in the trailer really kind of killed it. Really kind of hurt it a bit.
Yeah.
Because this is like one of last couple of years, trailers have been showing so much, and people dissect it left and right. They're like freeze framing things, and especially like with the new Star Wars one that came out, that people are dissecting. Oh, this one from this movie. It's like,
hey, look at this.
When you do stuff like that, you have to realize these fans are gonna really go all out to try to unravel the story before it even comes out, and it ruins it for the rest of us that want to just go in. I don't even watch trailers anymore, to be honest. I stopped watching them. Just because
I try to stay away. Unless it was that damn Joker trailer, I watched cool. 150 times.
That was really cool.
And we're speaking of trailers, completely off subject, but trailers this time seemed like they just kept going and going and going, like different ads.
Yeah, me personally, I hate when a trailer has no genre correlation to the actual movie.
Yeah.
So if we're watching an action movie, which we did, there was comedy trailers and the horror movie trailers are fine.
Yeah.
But there was a shit ton of comedy trailers and just
like romantic comedy.
Yeah, what the fuck? I don't want to see a boss or whatever.
Yeah. That looks terrible.
That has how does that generate with an action audience.
Yeah,
I don't get how they think they're gonna get me to go watch that movie.
I know,
Come on, no, I'm not gonna watch
Dude,
that.
let's go. Opening day.
No, God, no.
Oh.
But sticking back with that, with Danny as the leader of the resistance now, did you like that, or did it really matter, or is it kind of?
It was okay. You know, like I said, it wasn't like, I don't know. I guess more of a nostalgic factor. I get why they did it. I know why they did it, but I mean, no, it wasn't my. She just didn't seem that believable.
Yeah.
You know, I know they did the backstory and everything, but I was just like, she's just like basically saying, "Hey, we need to work together. Be nice." And
She was definitely a strong leader when they showed her, you know, saving grace when she was a child. But I did not get John Connor vibes whatsoever.
No,
whatsoever.
I didn't get John Connor vibes.
No, not at all. Not adult John Connor at all. But
No.
I mean, I understand what they're trying to do. They're saying that John Connor got killed off, so eventually another person's gonna rise.
Yeah.
And then you know what? If another Terminator gets sent and kills off this Danny, another one's just gonna keep coming.
Yeah,
so if you keep going, that's what I'm saying. It's an infinite loop.
There's always gonna be a leader of a resistance.
There's gonna have to be a breaking point where people are gonna be like, you know what? I want to step up. You know, and then they're gonna have to tell that story.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
totally.
So
I mean,
it's
this
gonna
is
keep
one of those
going.
movies that, like we said, it could keep going and
It
going
could.
and going. I hope. I mean, I hope
I hope
they
it
don't.
doesn't. No,
you know?
no.
But it definitely could, and you know,
Yeah, just for the lore
spin-offs
purposes.
and yeah, exactly.
It was just enough. I wouldn't say this movie is that gore. It's gory, but it's not.
Yeah.
Because the main character that's getting sliced up is the Rev 9,
Yeah.
but he's a cyborg. So you're
Yeah.
not seeing blood. You're just seeing
exactly.
slices. You're seeing his face
His
come back.
metal, you know, skin underneath.
Yeah.
There's,
Yeah.
you know, endoskeleton or.
Yeah, and even when humans were getting jabbed up, you saw a couple blood spurts here and there.
but it wasn't anything
ultra violence
like
or anything.
crazy or anything.
No, you didn't see any heads go flying off
No,
or anything
no.
like that. And I think they tried to tone it down a little bit. If I'm being honest, I think they tried to tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not like Deadpool.
Oh, no, yeah.
It's not like
definitely
Deadpool
not
vibes.
like Deadpool.
No. I will probably end up picking this up like on 4K just to add it to the collection.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think it's visually gonna look really
Oh,
good.
yeah, definitely.
The CGI wasn't bad.
No.
When I saw people like, you know, obviously doing things that a human couldn't do,
Yeah.
it looked kind of smooth.
Yeah.
You know, there was a couple of shots on the Rev 9's face that looked a little weird.
Yeah.
That looked a little out of place.
Little, like,
and
gamey.
little too
and
gamey.
whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. It looked a little too PS4 graphics or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I mean, these movies I'm sure are hard to make.
Oh yeah,
You know?
very hard.
Not
a lot of money, you know.
Yeah. I'm not
goes
sure
into it.
not sure the budget on this, but I'm probably gonna project this is gonna make like maybe 40 mil this week. I don't think it's gonna make that like crazy numbers.
Yeah, I don't think it's
probably
gonna
30
be
to 40
that
mil.
crazy.
Yeah, because it is kind of for a niche demographic. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to be into that sci-fi action
Yeah.
type
yeah,
of deal,
no, totally.
or be a total fan of Terminator, the Terminator world.
Yes.
You know, so
Yeah.
yeah, guys, if you guys did appreciate this, please give it a thumbs up
Thumbs
once
up.
again. And you can listen to us on Spotify, all of these podcasts that we do and reviews and stuff, either at home or in the car. So, or our reviews from the home or the car. Yeah.
Or in the car, yeah.
Yeah, or in the car. Yeah, because we have them, you know, go in both formats and stuff like that. And we have a lot more coming up. I think we're going to do review The Shining coming up because the classic Shining, do you know what year that is by any chance?
1980.
1980? Okay. Yeah, so we just I just picked that up on 4K, so I would love to rewatch that again
Yeah,
before we
let's do it.
see Doctor Sleep.
Oh yeah, Dr.
yeah.
Sleep.
So we have to get a refresher on The Shining. So yeah, guys, once again, thank you for tuning in and checking
Yeah,
us out.
Thanks.
Hit that subscribe button. We'll be back next time, guys.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Later.